Phrases for sensitivity, analyses, and robustness checks. Clear, precise English. Precision in reporting research isn't just academic nitpicking. It helps readers immediately understand what your results actually show and what they do not. When you state exactly which sample, model, or assumptions produced a finding, you clarify the scope of that conclusion and prevent misinterpretation. Precise language also signals credibility to colleagues and reviewers. Clear methods and measured claims show you've thought carefully about limitations. Finally, precision prevents overstatement of findings by avoiding sweeping claims that your data cannot support. That honesty strengthens trust and the long-term impact of your work. Sensitivity analyses are deliberate checks that ask, how much does our result depend on particular choices? In practice, you alter key parameters, samples, or model specifications. For example, change a control variable, use a different estimation method, or exclude extreme observations, and then rerun the analysis. These tests show which choices affect conclusions and which do not. If results hold across plausible alternatives, we gain confidence. If they change, sensitivity analyses reveal where uncertainty lies and guide more cautious interpretation. When describing what you did, use clear professional phrasing so readers can reproduce your work. Start with, "We estimated models using," followed by the estimation technique and covariates so the approach is explicit. Use controlling for to list variables added to account for confounding factors. This shows you considered alternative explanations. And the phrase "using alternative specifications" such as prepares readers for variants you tested. For example, different functional forms or sample restrictions. Together, these phrases make your methods transparent and easy to follow. Report sensitivity checks with language that communicates consistency and limits. Results are robust to is useful when findings persist across reasonable alternatives. Then name those alternatives, e.g., different controls, estimation methods. Sensitivity analyses show similar patterns when signals that qualitative conclusions hold, even if magnitudes vary. Use when we vary x, estimates remain/shift by t to quantify how much change occurs. These phrases balance confidence with honesty, helping readers see whether a finding is stable or dependent on specific choices. Good papers acknowledge limits using precise, informative language. Start with, "These findings should be interpreted with caution because," and explicitly state the source of caution, such as measurement error or sample selection. Use "a potential limitation is which may bias results toward" to explain direction and mechanism of bias rather than vague worry. And be explicit with "we cannot rule out due to data/method constraints" when certain alternatives remain plausible. This level of detail helps readers assess how much weight to place on the conclusions. When sensitivity checks change results, quantify those changes so readers can judge importance. Always report direction, magnitude, and significance changes. Say whether the estimate grew or shrank, by how much, and whether it stayed statistically meaningful. Use phrasing like effect size decreased/increased by X% to give a clear numeric sense of change. Also specify which checks produced substantial differences and which produced negligible ones, so readers know which model choices matter for interpretation and which do not. Write sensitivity reporting with concrete details and concise structure. Be specific. Name the alternative models or samples you tested rather than merely saying various checks. Avoid vague qualifiers like may, unless you immediately explain the mechanism and plausibility. Combine a brief numerical result with the sensitivity phrase. For example, state the main estimate, and then add how it changed under an alternative. This approach keeps writing tight, makes your argument reproducible, and helps busy readers quickly evaluate robustness. Summarize robustness by reporting clear metrics alongside honest limits. Give the estimate, p-value, and how it changed under plausible alternatives. For example, our main result, beta equals 0.45, p less than 0.05, remains similar when excluding x, beta equals 0.42. This shows magnitude and persistence. Always pair a sensitivity phrase with what changed and why it matters, for instance stating the sample restriction or model tweak and its likely effect on inference. Clear, quantified sensitivity reporting makes your conclusions stronger and easier for others to trust and build on.